Tarot is evil. Tarot cards are ungodly. Get away from me, those things. Oh, and black cats, also evil. And broken mirrors. Broken mirrors, 7 years of bad luck. That's a lot. So, are we talking about superstition or religion here? Because it's very different. Or maybe it's similar? I don't know. That's another debate. But first, little disclaimer. I respect every faith. I'm not here to tell anybody to do this or that. I am nobody for that. If your faith says that tarot shouldn't be approached, you should, of course, honor that. I'm just trying to bring some clarification because I feel there is confusion. So let's dive into some of historical context. So first, tarot wasn't born against religion. It was born inside of it.
We are talking 15th century, one of the most intensely Christian societies in human history.
Where tarot cards were not occult, they were just literally playing cards for rich people.
A bit like Renaissance poker.
And they were dripping with Christian imagery. Look at the major arcana.
The Pope.
Spiritual authority, the head of the church.
La Papesse.
This mysterious female Pope figure.
The Judgment card.
Literally Christian resurrection, you know. Angels, trumpets, and people climbing out of graves. The original purpose? A game. A teaching tool for moral lessons, not for fortune telling. So where did everyone get the idea that tarot was against God? So fast forward to the 1800s. European occultists like Eliphas Levi and later on the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, they took tarot and just layered up a bunch of stuff upon it.
Kabbalah, astrology, Egyptian mythology, because why not ceremonial magic?
Can you be a little less loud? They created what we now call esoteric tarot. You get it? And this is where tarot got tangled up with divination, the occult, or fortune telling. And this is where religious people started to get nervous. So let's talk about that. Okay, elephant in the room time. So what does the Bible actually says about this stuff? Let no one be found among you who practices divination or sorcery, interprets omens, engages in witchcraft. And look, if you're using tarot to predict the future, to contact spirits, or to replace faith with fortune telling, yeah, they have a point. But here is the thing. I don't believe in using tarot for divination. I use it as a psychological tool, a mirror self-reflection. You can think about it like this. A therapist can use Rorschach's test to help you explore your psyche. Churches, they can use stained glasses to tell us stories. Carl Jung, who was Christian by the way, used alchemical symbols to explore the human mind. Was Jung against God? I don't think so. He was just exploring archetypes, universal human experiences through symbolic language. So I hope you understand there is a huge difference between using cards as a symbolic language to understand yourself or using cards to tell the future.
Now let's talk about the scary cards.
Everyone freaks out about the devil card. Wow, you are painting Satan.
Oh no, Satan, you are worshipping the demon.
No. I am not worshipping the demon. I am painting an archetype, a symbol of something bad, yes. I don't think this church in Bologna where you have this huge painting about hell and you have this picture of the devil, I don't think they're worshipping the devil. I think it's the contrary. It's a moral warning about materialism, addictions, being enslaved to earthly desires. This is literally Christian moral teaching, like straight out of a sermon. Now, La Papesse. She's fascinating because she doesn't give an answer. Nobody knows really who she is. The card here is it's asking you a question. What do you believe about feminine wisdom? About faith itself? It's not a closed answer, you know? It's an open door. Yeah, like the Judgment card. Literally the Christian day of resurrection. not karma, not New Age enlightenment. It's very Bible imagery, you know, it's 100% Christian. Now about other religions. I follow a Muslim creator who is very great. And she's very clear about this when people ask the question about tarot. No, you shouldn't use tarot. Yeah, she says it's haram. So whether you're Muslim, Christian, Jewish, and your rules tell you to not use tarot for divination, don't use tarot for divination. But if you look at it as a cultural artifact instead of a religious object that you engage with psychology, like if you go to therapy, you know, whether you are religious or not, everybody can go through therapy. I don't think this is forbidden. You just offer another lens on it. It's just symbols to talk about. Personally, I paint these cards not to talk to spirits or to predict the future. I paint them to explore human archetypes, fear, transformation, power, love, death, rebirth. You can think about it like coffee. Coffee itself is not godly or ungodly. You know, if you read the future in your coffee cup, yeah, maybe that's against your religion. But if you just drink coffee, it's just a cool beverage to drink. Do you understand the metaphor?
Okay, story time.
I submitted my paintings to a cultural center that is an old chapel that is desacralized. And they told me that maybe I cannot do an exhibition there because some of the hierarchy there is still part of the church and they might have a problem with tarot cards. And to me, that's crazy because they display all kinds of art. In this kind of cultural centers, you can find things that are way more disturbing than tarot cards, like Renaissance paintings of martyrdom and hell, or the garden of earthly delights, you know? Not in this special place, but I mean, they display all kind of imagery and they think about it as art, but tarot cards, they don't have this lens on it. It's a dangerous object on its own in 2026. So yeah, I think the confusion is not about tarot, it's about our need for certainty. We want everything to be labeled good or evil, sacred or profane,
Allowed or forbidden?
but tarot resists that. It's what we call a liminal object, born in Christian society and now used by psychologists, artists, spiritual seekers of all kinds. So if you approach tarot with fear, you'll find danger. If you approach it with curiosity, you'll find mirrors. If you approach it with faith, you might even find God. Because these archetypes, love, justice, sacrifice, transformation, they are universal human experiences. Every religion explores them. Tarot isn't the problem at all.
Our fear of ambiguity is.
So is tarot against God?
No, I don't think so.
Can it be used in ways that conflict with religious teachings? Absolutely. And if a cultural center is more afraid of painted symbols than they are curious about 500 years of art history, maybe that says more about their fears than it says about tarot itself. The problem isn't that tarot doesn't have clear answers. The problem is our need, maybe, to have them.
The clear answers.
Can that be a conclusion? Okay. Thank you very much and see you in the next one.